Last look at the fallen Pokemon. And the friends who never got to fight. The coward Executor who promised to fight next fight. There is no next fight for him. The ghost Pokemon who did not fight the ghost gym leader. Espa who is so ready to fight Erica. So ready. Ant-Man never learned any moves. Vileplume, you know, I think we brought Vileplume to every other fight. So, 100% win rate, didn't bring. What else could we have done? What else could you have done? We were shown Vileplume was the way to win, and we chose not to bring it. This dog thing that I leveled up for no reason, never intended to use. Zigzagoon, who picked up so many mushrooms for us. This is how Ursaring got Body Slam. Zigzagoon found a mushroom for him. We gave it to that weird dude, and he taught Ursaring how to Body Slam. This box of Pokemon I never planned to use. The Delcatty, whose ability was revealed to us by chat. Almost in time to use. Could have made a difference. The squad who just died. Dodrio, who got cheesed by a Pikachu with Disguise, whatever that does. And then crit by whatever move it used. That was so troll what happened there. I want to just try that, like... I wish I could see how that would go, normally. Because if the crit doesn't kill me, I just Drill Peck again because I'm faster and it dies. And then I have a super fast Dodrio with one Swords Dance. Right? That would be pretty good. We just lost the Run Rider, you missed it. We fought Morty. It was a close battle. His Gengar digivolved. Just barely took out our Aerodactyl in the end. It was close. Now we're just, you know, giving a last word to everybody before they're deleted. Skunk Tank dodged 2 Swords Danced, whatever that attack was, in a row. In a row. It was poggers. So poggers. Defeated the cheapo disguised Pikachu thing single-handedly. Then Bubbles, who is going to be the MVP against Morty. Yeah, that was only Flowers' only fight ever. And Flowers' first thing, dodge attack, bam, hit him. Dodge next attack, bam, hit him. What a pro. We got Bubbles. Bubbles learns superpower at 47. Superpower on this Pokemon would have been absolutely absurd against Whitney. Okay? So, as long as I'm not wrong about what Contrary does. Contrary would make superpower, instead of lowering my attack and lowering my defense, to use this incredibly powerful, like 150 power fighting move, which would have doubled the 300 power against Whitney. Instead of lowering my stats as a cost for using the move, this would make it raise my stats to use it. So I'd get to use a free bulk up, which is what Vigoroth did to murder us. And I'd get to use the 300 power supercharge. Like, it would have been absurd if I could have gotten 3 more levels on you for Whitney. But we couldn't, so the best you had was missing Swagger. I thought Swagger was 100 accuracy, but it isn't. So we missed Swagger and trolled the fight. If that Swagger had hit, oh man, could have been different. Could have been different. Standler? I gave you Calm Mind, but you never learned special attacks, so we never could do anything with that. We did switch to Intimidate, which was hype, because we lowered Weevil's attack. That was nice. Horn Leech, I didn't know was an attack, but I love it, and I wish we'd found a way to use it. Confuse Ray's OP, but I don't know if we even used it ever. And Ursaring. Oh, Ursaring. Since we caught you before Mount Moon, you were the MVP in every fight. Every single fight. Absolutely insane. What a monster. What a beast. Anybody who has more attack power than health, such a beast. A little slow, unfortunately. If you had a Toxic Orb, man, you could have went first every fight. Just destroyed people. And I think that was your first fight. You got hit once, gave up, and the run was over. If you didn't give up and lose all your attack power, I'm going to look up what that does, actually. I want to see what Defeatist does verbatim, okay? We're going to look that up. What does Defeatist do? Lowers stats when HP becomes half or less. Okay. Oh, there we go. Its attack and special attack stats are halved. Halved! We could have done double the damage to that Digivolved Gengar if you'd just gone first. 143 speed, but you couldn't go first. I don't blame you though, Gengar Digivolved. We couldn't Digivolve yet. There was a trainer who was going to fight us when we could Digivolve. Alright, and last but not least, the Box of the Fallen. Pikachu. The meme we needed. The meme, the dream. Ah. You never got to do what you were meant to do. 198 attack, special attack power. 125 speed. No other stats whatsoever. Yeah, Pikachu died for Whitney. Rock. Rock came in clutch. We switched to the rough skin for Whitney. We switched to rough skin, and it saved the entire run. Rock came out on this Vigoroth that used bulk up 5 times and beat him in a 1v1 while paralyzed before the fight even started. So Vigoroth got to power up 5 times, and Rock started paralyzed, and he won that fight. An absolute unit. A monster. We caught you in Viridian Forest. What a champion. And the best part is, we forgot to change your nature. We've had you that long, and you had the wrong nature the entire time. so you had less speed than you should have had. We could have given you more attack power or something. Ah well. And here we got Cop. Cop was only with us for 1 battle, but it was sent out first. It got that U-turn off, came back out, well paralyzed, charmed, and then was paralyzed and couldn't move 3 turns in a row and threw so hard. But it's not your fault. The paralyze was too strong. Had you been able to attack even every other turn, we could have won that. Or you could have won that fight, at least. Because it was bulking up and you were charming. Charm does twice as much as bulk up does, so you only had to get 1 charm off to every 2 bulk ups it had. You had healing, so if it used attacks, you could have healed more than its attack did. And then eventually you could have U-turned when it was charmed enough, and the next guy could have set up and won. So Cop had a good moveset. I'm actually pretty proud of this, and I would do it again. Like, I would use Cop again. Which I won't say about a lot of these builds and stuff. I would change things, I think. But Cop I was actually really happy with. We need a different move other than Slash, but could be worse. Probably just Facade. Oh, we should have had Facade. You'd have been paralyzed. Sick. Swiper. We thought you were a physical attacker, but you were really a special attacker, because you learned Nasty Plot. So we passed on Snarl, the best move you ever learned, to go with Nasty Plot. Eventually we found Mushrooms, taught you it back. You got 1 Snarl off before you died. It was kind of disappointing, honestly, but I think if you'd been given more chances, you'd have done more. And you were an early Pokemon we caught. The Stakeout came in clutch, except we didn't know what it did. So they switched, we did double damage, it did over half their health, and we're like, yes! We'll just hit them 1 more time and they'll die! But then Stakeout didn't work the second time, because it only works on the turn they switch, apparently. So we got you baited and it died. But that's my fault for not knowing your ability as a trainer, not your fault for doing anything wrong as a Pokemon. Ah, Camperupt. Solid Rock came in clutch when you got scalded by whatever scalded you. That was bad. 4 times weakness and you still lived. What a champion. Imagine that, getting hit by something that's 4 times effective as you, by a Pokemon that's the same level as you, and living. That's right. You did it. You had Earth Power for Lieutenant Surge. It's pretty good. And we remember Bolin's name now because we looked it up to name you. The Lava Bender. Jeeves. Wow. Jeeves died just the beginning of the stream. It seems so long ago. It was only, what, 6 hours? 5 hours? Who knows? We hatched you from an egg. You showed us that feline prowess was an ability. I love it because huge power is the physical attack alternative of it. I didn't know there was a special attack version. This is the same ability we found out Delcatty could have had. So we could have done... You could have lived again through Delcatty, but... I think you had a decent showing, actually. I think you power gemmed, and it was pretty sick. Because your special attack was through the roof, and your speed's really good. Like your Pikachu, except faster. So that was cool. And then, what was it, 2 streams ago? Paw Patrol. There was a Rocket admin in Mount Moon. First run through, we beat him easily, so we thought he was a wimp. But actually, he wasn't. You had the Nuzzle Bite combo. Paralyze them so they're slower than you, and then bite them. So they have a chance of flinching and a chance of being paralyzed, and they just never get to attack. And you had Strong Bite, or Strong Jaw, so the bite hurt more. That was sweet. Alright, any last words for anything? Bayonet gets one final shout out for breaking the economy. You were part of the experimentation that led to the economy be broken. We spent $3 million in a few short hours. Never in the history of Pokemon has such money been thrown around in such a short time, especially not in a Nuzlocke challenge, where you're limited in money so much limitation on money. We spent an incredible amount of money. A normal person would not spend that much money in like 100 runs. It's insane. We broke the economy. We hunted Persians to extinction. And that is where we leave it. File, reset.